Hi folks, how's it going? Welcome to another My Thoughts on. I don't think this will be a very long video. I don't really have too much to say about the game. It doesn't mean it's a bad game. I actually quite enjoyed the game, but I had a bit of a bad experience with the game, and it has kind of, lessened my opinion of the game. I didn't like it as much as I should have done. So as you know by the title, it is of course Dead Space 2, PS3. Now basically what happened with Dead Space 2, like I do so many times, this game's taught me a lesson though, and it's a lesson I'm going to try and basically learn, and not to start games on hard mode. Unless it's like Resident Evil or something, something like that, something that I really like Resident Evil. Resident Evil games are not really that hard, and like I say, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. But this game, I thought, I completed Dead Space on hard mode. Completed on normal first, then I completed on hard. I'm going to just go straight into hard mode. And when I got to about the halfway point in the game, oh my god, it was a complete nightmare. Had hardly any credits, had hardly any health, any ammo. I couldn't buy ammo, couldn't buy health, kept dying more or less one hit. Because the enemies do quite a lot of damage to you on hard mode, and like I say, I had no health items and stuff. So that was a pain in the arse for me. I kept seeing the game over, or the death screen, over and over again, and it was really doing my head in. The game's not actually that lenient either when it comes to like checkpoints. You can go through like 4 or 5 rooms of solid combat against necromorphs, fighting tons of them, and end up dying and have to basically do all that again. So if you want a challenge, guys, play through this game on hard mode. It won't only challenge you, it'll bloody frustrate you as well. At least that's how I feel about the game. And that is, like I say, that's the reason why I've kind of got a slightly less good opinion about the game. Like I say, the game is good. I did enjoy the game. I do like what they've done with Isaac. They've given him, a personality. You see his face numerous times throughout the game. Basically when he's in cutscenes and that, when basically the coast's clear, there's no aliens or necromancers, whatever you want to call them, or necromorphs, something like that. When they're not around, basically he wears his helmet and you can actually see his face when he's like interacting with like other characters in the game. So yeah, that was basically one of my most hated things about Dead Space 1. That was like a downside to Dead Space 1. He didn't talk, Isaac. He didn't have much of a personality and stuff. In this game, he actually shows like emotion, and he's got a personality, and he's actually a pretty damn cool character. That's definitely a huge positive when it comes to this game over Dead Space 1. Character interactions, you actually look forward to character interactions, because they're actually quite good. And like I say, the story itself, it's actually quite interesting, I'm not going to lie. Which is more I can say for a lot of games nowadays. One of the biggest negatives I think with the game is it starts off really slow. You get like an enemy now and again, which is brilliant in my opinion. That's the way it should be, jump scare. But as the game goes on, it starts getting less jump scares and more like, oh, I seen that coming, oh, I seen that coming. Wait a minute, is a monster going to come here? Oh, there he is. Yeah, see, I just think the game gets too predictable. When monsters are going to come out usually, which is a big disadvantage, I think. Like if you play the final 4 or 5 chapters, there's enemies everywhere. It just gets a bit, just less enjoyable in my opinion. I mean, horror games, you want jump scares, you want maybe a couple of enemies now and again, just jumping out at you unexpectedly. But when they start throwing tons and tons of enemies at you, it does get a bit less scary and more like you expect things to happen. You expect the monsters to come out. They're going to come out. And when they do come out, it's basically less scary. Another thing I didn't like about the game is the fact that they recycled, I think almost all the enemies from Dead Space 1 were in this game as well. I wouldn't mind just the normal necromorphs. I mean, if you think about Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 and Code Veronica, you had your zombies. That was your most occurring enemy. It was your traditional enemy. And so I wouldn't mind that. But the fact that they added almost every single enemy from Dead Space 1, like the babies with the tentacles in their back, little baby aliens with tentacles in their back, or the aliens with the exploding hand things, and the bombing tentacle monsters that stick on the wall and start shooting explosives at you and stuff. So it was basically the same enemies, which was a bit disappointing. I mean, they did, don't get me wrong, they did have a lot of new enemies as well, like these little baby aliens that crawl around the ground and explode when they get near you. They were quite bloody annoying actually, and had this little baby thing that started jumping around trying to slash you and stuff. It was, it had some pretty cool new enemies, I think. But I would like to have seen less enemies from Dead Space 1 and more new enemies. I don't actually think there was any bosses in the game either, apart from like the final boss. I mean, you had like these big guys, but they were in Dead Space 1, so they're not really boss battle. I mean, you had like 2 or 3 boss battles in Dead Space 1. I don't think there was a boss battle apart from the final boss. So yeah, that was quite unusual how they removed the boss battles. I guess they could count the certain areas where there's like wave after wave of bloody necromorphs, sorry. I suppose you could call that a boss battle, I suppose, but yeah, it didn't have like a proper boss apart from the final boss. Final boss wasn't anything special, guys. It was rather bloody annoying. I think Dead Space 1 boss was better, final boss, which is saying something, because the final boss in Dead Space 1 was bloody easy. It wasn't necessarily a bad boss, but it was really bloody easy. But I would say that's probably better. And overall, I would say Dead Space 1 is probably the better game, even though they're both really good games, guys, don't get me wrong. I did really enjoy Dead Space 2. I thought I would enjoy it more, just the way it started. It started off so bloody brilliantly. Kind of like Isaac and his friend of Isaac's, they're a bit mad. I think they're like in a mental place or something. I'm not surprised what Isaac went through in Dead Space 1. The ending was good though. Again, not going to reveal it, but the ending was quite good. I did enjoy the ending. The ending of Dead Space 1 was quite good as well, so I'll give it that. Both the games that I've played, Dead Space 1 and 2, in my opinion, they've both got really good endings. And yeah, I think that's really all I need to say about Dead Space 2. I do think the beginning, like I say, I do think the beginning was better. I do like, if anyone's played this game, I do like the bit when you're in like a nursery. That's basically where you first encounter the babies that crawl, and the baby aliens that crawl and explode. You're in a nursery, it's quite bloody creepy actually. That's probably my favourite part of the game. I've not touched online yet, probably not gonna. I think you need a pass. I don't know if I've got a pass inside here, to be honest, but I've got a pass. Don't know if it'll work, probably not. Not really interested in Dead Space Online, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to really say that's my lesson learned. From now on, I'm going to play through games on normal. There's just no point. I mean, you get an extra trophy. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not really a fan of getting, collecting trophies. If I get them, fair enough, but I'm not going to try and go out of my way to personally play through a game on a harder difficulty and get really frustrated just to get an extra trophy. I don't really think it's worth it, to be honest. So I think that's all I'm going to say about Dead Space 2, guys. Good game. I would recommend it. If you liked the first game, you'd probably like Dead Space 2. Really good game, guys. And yeah, looking to get Dead Space 3. Here that's not supposed to be really good. But I've got a habit of liking games that people don't like, so Aliens, Colonial Marines. Oh, I cough. Ugh, terrible. Coughing at inappropriate times, guys. Terrible, isn't it? So yeah, would recommend Dead Space 2. My lesson's been learned. Play through games normal, you will get less frustrated and you will enjoy the game more. Will I play through Dead Space 2 again? Did I say Dead Space? I don't know. Will I play through Dead Space 2 again? Probably. If I do, normal mode all the way. I'm not putting myself through that again. Lack of weapons and stuff, lack of ammo, lack of health and stuff, it's no use, guys, it really isn't. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video, guys. Let me know what you think of Dead Space 2 and I will catch you all in the next video. See you guys, thanks for watching.